everybody to our football Tasmania Statewide Cup finals here at Curry Road. I'd like to acknowledge and pay respect to the elders that are here today, acknowledge those who have passed before us, and acknowledge Tasmanian Aboriginal people who are attending this event. Today we kick off two huge Statewide Cup finals for our senior men and women. I'd like to welcome the teams who have played today and also acknowledge all the teams who have competed in the Statewide Cups this year. Congratulations to our winners from Saturday's two games, the Buildup Knights who are champions of the women's under-18s Statewide Cup, and the Devonport Strikers, the champions of the men's under-21s. And well done to everybody who took part. They will be hosting the following matches, kicking off at 12 p.m. It's the Women's Statewide Cup final between the Devonport City Strikers and South Hobart. Following that at 3 p.m. we have the Seljack Cup final between South Hobart and South East United. welcome the two teams under the pitch for this Women's Statewide Cup Final. The Devonport City Strikers and South Hobart. Your two teams for today's final. For the Devonport City Strikers, number 1, Michaela Mitchell. Number 2, Tully Park. Number 3, Emily Boucher. Number 5, Georgia King. Number 6, Emily Midwell. Number 7, Maddie Payne. Number 10, Lucy Foote. Number 11, Annabelle Wiley. Number 12, Abby White. Number 14, Aska Doyle. Number 16, Diane Hardy. Number 17, Whitney Knight.
Today the script writes itself. The two finest teams in the competition facing off with everything
Number 21, Grace Sims.
This is not a
Number
surprise
22,
ending.
Emily
This
Smith.
is the collision course we've all been waiting
Coaching
for.
staff, Tom Valentine, Samantha
No
Hardy,
underdogs here
Richard
necessarily,
Goodwell,
only
Zara
excellence,
Emmett,
meaning it's
Rickle,
equal.
and
They aren't just
Smith.
finalists, they are the standard bearers of this
Number 1,
competition.
Jenna Farrow. Number
Yeah,
2,
the game is
Elaine
their
Browning.
best.
Number
This
3,
match is
Sophie
more than 90
Westwood.
minutes,
Number 4,
showcasing
Lucy
how far
Roberts.
the women's game
Number
has come.
5, Phoebe Clifford.
How high it can still
Number
go.
6,
This
Caitlin
is skill,
Stalker.
this is
Number
history,
7,
this is
Madison
legacy
Chambers.
waiting.
Number 8, Jasmine White.
So wherever you
Number
are,
9,
settle in.
Josephine Mammick. Number
Great
10, Laura
female,
Davis.
fearless
Number
and
11,
formidable.
Amy Ollington. Number
About
12, Samantha Watkins. Number 13, Danielle Canagisa. Number 16, Ruby Batchelor. Number 17, Joni Lansley. Number 19,
today.
Catherine Hollerhead. And number 21,
the
Casey
home
Monty.
team.
Coaching staff, Ken Morton, Craig Westwood, Simon Stankovic, James Simmons and Malcolm Dorry. Your referees for today's game, main referee Jethro Clark, assistants Steve O'Neill and Jesse McCurd, and the fourth official is Logan Atkinson.
Lucy Foote, Annabelle Wiley, Abby White, Asuka Doy, and Whitney Knight. Grace Sims and Holly Emmett rounding out that 11.
Just a reminder to patrons here at Melbourne Road
South
today,
Hobart, Jenna
no
Farrow,
spectators
goals.
down on the pitch
Captain
over the course of the afternoon.
Sophie
Strictly
Westwood,
played
Lucy
for
Roberts,
officials only.
Caitlin Stalker, Lindsay James, Jasmine White,
Please,
Josephine
Ranger pass
Mammick,
out
Laura
and go outside the
Davis,
venue to smoke.
Samantha
Thank you.
Watkins, Danielle Canagisa, and Ruby Batchelor. We are set for the biggest game of them all here today. The Devonport Strikers unquestionably going in as favourites. These teams met just a little over a month ago here at Valley Road, and the Devonport Strikers victorious on that occasion, coming from behind to steal a 2-1 victory and remain undefeated in the competition this season after an undefeated season last season. They are the team to beat, and in front of their home crowd will take some beating today. There are some small changes in the lineups between the two teams when they last met. But they will only be small switches here and there. Tom Valentine and Ken Morton, the two men at the helm. Ken Morton knows success. He knows what it takes to win these cup finals. Tom Valentine, no stranger to success here in Football Tasmania either. The teams prepare themselves for a start momentarily. The cup run for the Devonport Strikers unprecedented. Starting with a 17-0 win over the Southern Championship Olympia Warriors.
I got a flag.
Team dominant there over the Southern team. 3-0 victory in the quarterfinals over the White Eagles in town. 4-0 win over University, again Southern Championship opposition, and finally here into this final. South Hobart, slightly more challenging run, facing some State League opposition. They dispatched of Ulverston 9-0, Launceston United 4-1, Glenorchy Knights 4-0, and then we come to this. The two teams you'd expect to see in this final. The new Gordon Rimmer stand open, as you can see in the background. And we are underway. Mamich getting play started. 90 minutes to decide the fate of this year's cup final. The Devonport Strikers, last year's winners, and a quick start for South Hobart. They're in with Michaela Mitchell, the American, quick off her line to snuff out the early foray forward from South Hobart, but an early show of intent from the visitors. And Mitchell goes long. Lobbed forward. Bidwell steps in. Comes to Roberts, has her pocket picked by Whitney Knight. Abby White. Gets it out towards Sim. Intercepted by Batchelor. And then cleared away by Westwood. White up highest. Park. Gets it into the feet of Foot. It's patient. White still down, has stopped the game. An early stoppage here, just a minute into play. There's Abby White. Left flattened and will need some attention. Went up for a header. On the ball came down and seemed to come off second best there. Grabbing at her ankle. Such a linchpin in the midfield for the Devonport Strikers. And White in some distress on the ground. Not what we like to see, and not what Devonport faithful would like to see so early into this half. So early into this game. White back on her feet. Haven't had the medical support onto the pitch, so can't have been in too much distress, but she's going to try and run it off. Drop ball. And it stopped. Foot. Play back underway. Clear away by Batcher only as far as Doy to Sims. Skips past Westwood into the box, now wide. Hasn't got much support. Knight now comes and offers that support. Knight with Westwood. Knight chops back onto the rifle, delivers into the penalty box. Cleared away. Wiley, a foray forward from right back. This is out. Eventually cleared away by Watkins. South Hobart then get to counter quickly. They get it out to White, formerly of this parish. Scored plenty of goals here and plenty for South Hobart. Slides it in, and then the pass a little askew from White. It might work out for Mamich. Bidwell across, out of play. Throws in. Foot. Wiley throws it away, not cleared confidently. King attempts to do so to Sims. Composed and turns, slips a little pass through to Park. New to the final stage here. Did not play for the Devonport Strikers last season, coming across from Burnie United to join this all-conquering Devonport Strikers women's team that won this cup final last year in extra time against Kingborough. A throw forward towards Foot. She won't keep it in play. With a goal kick for South Hobart. And after a frenetic start, slight stoppage for injury, we are underway. Ball rolled out to Kenegisa. Comes wider, but this is her pass to Watkins. Nice. Last year's league best and fairest winner, Whitney Knight. Into Wiley. Pass from King. Good tackle. Possession one. South Hobart. Wrestling out on the far wing there. Decent job, Chambers, losing out on that occasion. Wiley then into Knight. Golden boot last year as well in the Women's League. Revelation when she came across the Devonport Strikers last season. Mamich can't get that one under control. Foot pressured, steps through competently, tries to laser a pass out towards Sims. Cut out. Doy. All the way back to Foot. Under pressure. And Emmett really getting herself in trouble there. Good pressure from Stalker. And now to play Crowd continuing to build. People still coming through the gates here at Valley Road. Expect to be a big crowd once this game settles in. And certainly for the men's final as well later on. Stalker has a good run from White. Can't get it to her. Sims did well. Emmett takes it wide. Hasn't got many options forward. That's going to have to defeat a Doi. Continues to carry it. It ricochets to Doi, fortunately. The Devonport strikers. Sims. Pressure from White. And then Roberts. Grabbed. Pulled. Emmett plays it forward. No one in that vicinity. Roberts traps. Knight to Doi. Throws it towards Robert. Doi goes over. A chance for a free kick for the Devonport strikers. And no doubt Georgia King will roll forward. The captain and take this one. She can hit them from range. And so expect the spectacular here. Farrow and goals will have to certainly be alive to the danger of a 4-person wall. King, ready to strike. 25 yards, rockets it over the bar on that occasion. Couldn't keep it down. Farrow happy to see that one fly over the crossbar. And out, South go longer. White can't trap. Emmett to Doi. Brings it down beautifully. A flick to Sims, who rolls it past her defender. Has to turn back. Disposes of the defender. Gets it into Knight. 1-2. To the top of the box, to Foot, to White, who strikes on the left foot. And Devonport putting pressure early here in the South Hobart goal. But both shots well wide of the mark. One from the free kick and that one there from White on her non-preferred left. Rising too high over the bar to worry the South Hobart shot stopper. White playing a little deeper here in midfield today instead of an out-and-out striker. Mamich has come in to take that position as White carries, continues to carry, plenty of grass in front of her. Park tracks back the midfielder and wins possession. Great pass from King to her sister Lucy Foot, then out towards Whitney Knight. Devonport players run forward in support. Knight out of the wing has Kanagisa for company on the left, plays it in towards Foot, who can't trap it. I don't think she anticipated it coming to her as it came over the head of Doi. And then Sims unable to keep it into play. A goal kick for South Hobart. But it is all Devonport's direction at the moment and not quite alive, ready for the short play from the corner there. Westwood, but made it work. Chambers. Hopkins. Chambers. Tries to skip past Wiley, can't do so. Watkins intercepts Chambers then. Has Watkins overlapping and then attempts to use her Bidwell. Pass into Foots. Davis does well. Scored here a month ago to give South Hobart a lead. Goes over there, no whistle. Play allowed to go on. Roberts. Pinched nearly by Doi. Kanagisa plays it into space, into grass. Asking Stalker to come and collect. Stalker with Emmett. Stalker tries to take her on. Ball won't remain in play. The linesman's flag is up. Emmett with the throw. Jethro Clark, the central referee for today's game. Statewide Cup final. Eve O'Neill, Gypsy McDermott. EARs. The ball comes back to Farrow and plays that out. And as far as White for Devonport, who splits her pass between Knight and Foot. Chambers a chance to bring the ball away for South. Watkins overlapping. Allows Chambers to cut inside and then she plays a nice ball out into the path of Watkins. Bidwell read that though. Centre back came across, intercepting, putting that out of play. So far in this cup final run, the Devonport Strikers Scored 33 goals. Incredible run. Conceding only one. Similarly, South Hobart conceding only the 2 in their cup run. Culminating here then in this big occasion. We are just over 10 minutes into this game. Devonport having the best of the early exchanges. Joy. Great acquisition for the Devonport Strikers this season. A true revelation in a floating kind of number 10 position. Likes to pick up the ball in the half spaces, connect with the other talented players around her. Knight, one of those. Knight opts not to use Doy and instead tries to get it out to Sims. Cleared away. Got it down by Emmett. Emmett. Pressure from Stalker. He turns away. Sims. Good step in there from Batchelor. Rolls it only into grasp where Devonport players are though. Park. Uses Wiley on the overlap. Wiley can't get a hold of that one either. Some misplaced passes early on here. Perhaps the pressure of the occasion. Stalker taking on Emmett once more. King. Right, centre back to Devonport reading some of these attempted passes in behind from South Hobarters. Hands on there from Sims. Batchelor earns a free kick for South Hobart. It was the free kick a month ago from which Rory Davis got onto the end of and gave South Hobart the lead. Perhaps deja vu here for South Hobart. South Hobart's fans will certainly be hoping the result of this long free kick will be a ball into the back of the Devonport Strikers' net. Roberts. That one is destined straight for Mitchell, the American. Collects. Long from Mitchell. Foot asked to jump. Doy tonight. Plays it out to Sims. Back and collects, has White for support. Uses Doy, 1-2 on the offing. Sims then a chance to run at Westwood into the box. Danger for South Hobart, a chance for the Devonport Strikers as Sims and Westwood clatter into one another. And it will be a corner for the Devonport Strikers, the first of the game. Fans continue to come in through the turnstiles, the crowd building in the new Gordon Rimmer stand at Valley Road. King stands over this one. King. Cross errant, directly out of play. South Hobart will breathe a sigh of relief.
Great, slide over now.
Played Devonport ball once more with Wiley. Throw down tonight. Questions asked for South Hobart, perhaps about a foul throw. No whistle. White's cross ricochets. Kennegeese will keep that in play to avoid the corner. Rolls it towards the corner towards the Chambers, who scoops it out of play. Wiley again. Throw to Doy. Or put it near height. Will do well to retain possession. Might have to come out of that space. Touch from foot. And then into the feet of Stalker. South Hobart a chance to launch a counter-attack. A great ball in behind to the feet of White, who we know has pace and we know can finish. And she strikes from range. An audacious, ambitious strike, but the opportunity was on. Just not quite directed on target on that occasion. Perhaps that is the recipe for South Hobart today. To expose that space, to move the ball, transition quickly from deep. So much success. State League level football in Tasmania comes in those transitional phases of play where there is space in behind, fewer players behind the ball. Nice. This is out. Roll the ball forward. Bidwell. White. Recovered from the early period to be a rolling of her ankle. White. Thunders an attempt. Didn't get hold of that one whatsoever. White, she shakes her head. Ball came to her on the volley. Her eyes widened, but the technique not quite there on that occasion, and skewed high and wide. White steps in to Doy, a chance here for the Devonport Strikers. Knight at the top of the box. She tries to tow it forward towards foot, perhaps a little flick, but in the end only managed to paddle it towards Farrow. Mamage. Hard in, bounces off Doy. Sims as Doy uses her and gets it back. They've combined well so far on a few occasions. Doy tonight tries to turn away. Kanagesa loses out. He drives forward. Shirk grabbed by Knight. And a whistle. The composed start then from both teams, particularly fractious or ornery. The game stays level, the more intensity we'll see. Roberts attempting to strike from goals from 40 yards there. That would have been some effort. Chambers looking to get it to Watkins. Not on that occasion. Statewide Cup final, the magic of the cup here at Valley Road. This Women's Statewide Cup final. Cases don't get much bigger than this in football in Tasmania. And it is a beautiful day here at Valley Road, a beautiful day for football. Doy touches out towards Sims, who has a paddock in front of her. She'll just need to pick a spot. Farrow approaches, and Farrow outstanding. The ball comes to Doy, but Farrow, the double effort, the save from Sims, and then jumps on the second time to stop Doy getting a shot away on goals. Outstanding from the South Hobart shot stopper. Devonport looked all but certain to take the lead there, but Farrow equal to the challenge. Doy then attempts from 30 yards, and Farrow will find that one much easier than she did moments ago. But she raced off her line, closed the space to Sims. It didn't allow Sims to get the shot away. Textbook goalkeeping from Farrow that keeps her side in the game. Doy spins away from White, has Sims again. Poked away by White. You throw in for the Devonport Strikers.
Into Whitney early.
The very best of the chances so far, that one for Sims. That throw into the foot of Sims, thumped away by Westwood. Stalker flattened by King. King jumps back. Fiscal there for King. Stalker jumped up as if to reprimand King, but civil. Goes forward. Can South Hobart ask questions here, but Devonport Strikers defence Roberts. Didn't start here last time against the Strikers, came off the bench, but had an impact in that game too. Chambers takes on Wiley. Wiley slides, and that will be a corner to South Hobart. Both attempts here, teams stand on the precipice. Something special. Victory for Devonport would consolidate their names at the top of the perch of women's football in Tasmania. And a victory for South Hobart, an upset. Give them redemption from their loss earlier this season. Perhaps twist the fate of the season as it stands. Chambers deflects a goal with it. South chairs, and it's fired over the crossbar from close range. And Mamage may rue that miss. Ball fell to her on the volley. It's probably waist high, so getting over that enough to get it down towards goal was challenging, and she found that a challenge a step too far, Mamich. Despite having spent a lot of time on the bench, starting on the bench this season for South Hobart. Was Golden Boot winner last season. Along with Whitney Knight. Back into the 11 today, and certainly had her chance to stamp her name in footballing folklore with that chance over the bar, and an equal best opportunity of the game, perhaps. South Hobart. Opportunities at both ends. Neither team clinical in those critical moments thus far. Who will find that incisive moment? Who will wear the pressure best? Roberts goes over. Foot then has White. As Knight through on goals. Barrow races up the line. Knight trips it over. Westwood racing back, and Westwood clears it away. Fantastic effort from the South Hobart centre back. A perfectly weighted ball through from Foot. So Knight racing through on goal. Farrow raced up the line. That time couldn't get a play on the ball. Knight chipped it over her. But the racing Westwood scampered all the way back and cleared it off the line. And we have been nothing if not entertained here in this first half of Valley Road. Opportunities at both ends. The only thing missing in this first 20 plus minutes is a goal. Some high quality football, offensively and defensively, on display here at Valley Road. This Women's Statewide Cup final, King into the box, cleared away, and that works out fortuitously for South Hobart into the path of White, and they have some runners racing through centrally. She'll need to lift her vision, and a terrific tackle from Emmett, and you can hear the crowd getting into the game. Stalker, King, Batchelor, and well played by Roberts then. Out to Chambers. Left-footed way to pass into White. She spins on the right foot, fires a goal offside. And Taylor Mitchell and goals of Devonport equal to the strike. Anyway, but we are getting plenty of action here at Valley Road. The shots on goal coming thick and fast. Whether Messrs Morton and Valentine will be happy their defence is being exposed is a different question. Probably happy on the offensive side of the football in that phase of the game, perhaps not so on the defensive phase. And South continuing to find joy counter-attacking the longer ball from White, attempting to find Sims. Barrett composed and collects. And a vocal South Hobart contingent applauding their efforts from the stands. White, who's had a tremendous impact so far in this game, has been perhaps South Hobart's best. White to Stalker. Lasers one forward, doesn't get over the head of King. South Hobart looking particularly dangerous when they get the ball in the forward areas. Foot. More direct in the final third. South Hobart then, Devonport. Knight. There's a couple. There's three. Allows her to slip it to Doy. Doy doesn't use Knight. Running past her and then pass back to Doy from Foot, who tries to spin around too. Would always take an effort. Doy then shoots from range. Easy. Keepers busy, particularly Farrow. Roberts turns that one over to Wiley, driving down that right wing. Knight, Foot, Doy. Good build up from the strikers. Sims comes inside with the run. And just halted her run at the critical moment. Allow the ball in front of her just to skip away. Once more, Farrow has the ball in her clutches. Park. Won by Mamich. Slips it only as far as Wiley, then Bidwell, and then Roberts has time and space as Stalker. Pass bounces off Doy. Now gets to Stalker. Brings it down beautifully. White puts a toe in. White limps away. Wonder if she's 100%. Chambers and Batchelor combining again. Batchelor loving to get beyond. Chambers. As she gets that ball into Chambers' feet, she sets off into racing behind. Great that overlap. White. Dory. Come across her and then passes the ball in behind her. Sims, a delightful ball. Space then. She's on an angle. It's going to be difficult to beat the keeper from there. And cleared away off the line once more. Comes to Dory, who struck on the left. Cleared away once more off the line and then punched away by Roberts. But between Westwood and Kanagisa and Farrowing goals, the last-ditch defending has been desperate but effective from South Hobart. And now they launch the counter. White then skips past King, goes over, no whistle from Clark, the official. And as I've said, nearly everything here at Valley Road but a goal. Dory nearly loses out to Stalker. Emmett being encouraged to press as Emmett slips. There has been a fair bit of rain last week in Devonport, the last few days. Probably allowed the pitch to dry a little. On occasion, perhaps a little slippery underfoot, as shown as Emmett slipped over there. Emmett does well, strong in defence. It's that one behind for throwing.
Oscar.
No goal yet. Move towards that half out.
Second ball.
Throw in. A chance to draw Beth from what has been a frenetic last 15 minutes. Chances at both ends. Quite unbelievable, really, that we haven't had a goal. The quality of the defence and the goalkeeping, perhaps. Key. Perhaps the quality of the finishing. Either way, Wiley now has it for the Devonport Strikers on the right wing. Time, space, chance to deliver. Sims and Doy and Knight in the box. She picks her spot. It's towards the back post to Sims, who heads down. There's a goal for the Devonport Strikers. Grace Sims, the youngster, tucking in from the left wing, getting to the back post onto the cross from Wiley. A perfectly weighted cross. And the header directly at Farrowing goals, but she couldn't keep it out. Such as the power from a towering header from Sims, and the Devonport Strikers take the lead at Valley Road. They've been knocking on the door, and finally they've kicked it down. 1-0. And finally this game has the goal it deserves. Can South Hobart respond? Wiley, who's just delivered that cross. Pinpoint cross to the head of Sims. Now back in what is her primary role in this Devonport Strikers team, that is defender. Robertson out of play. So not the first opportunity Sims has had this game, but on that occasion she made no mistake in ensuring she got the requisite weight on the header. Saw the ball nestle into the back of the net. White. Longer. Skips past Mamich. Bidwell come all the way back to Mitchell. Pressure on from Mamich. Now Bidwell. Pressure from Davis. Bidwell no choice but just to punt that one out of play. Once more. Clark, the official, pointing away from South Hobart. Throw in. So as we go to the half-hour mark of this game, 1/3 of this final played. Destiny in the wings. A Devonport destined to add another trophy to their glittering cabinet these past 2 seasons. Or can South Hobart wrestle control back from this game? A month ago here at Valley Road, these 2 teams played, and on that occasion South took the lead. Devonport came from behind. A 2-1 victory. Could South Hobart reverse the script? It would be poetic. But the question in front of us all is it practical? That pass was not quite practical, as now Doy races in on goal. A tracking back was Kanagisa, who just made that difficult for Doy, showing good speed, and South Hobart get themselves out of a pickle that they got themselves into. Farrow. Doy. Strong. Shielding the ball. King. To get the ball in behind to Sims. Now down to White. Perhaps the South most effective. Park. He's batted away in there. White again. Emmett putting that one away as White in her follow through. Collects Emmett. See a free kick for the Devonport strikers. Certainly no malintent there from Gorry. White. Later today, White's brother Adam Gorry will take the field for South Hobart against the South East United in the Lacquer Cup final. Sims. Foot in space, turns, can strike a goal. And that one's over the crossbar. Somehow Foot found a pocket of space on the edge of the 18-yard box. It seemed as if Westwood was trying to read the run of Sims, and so she backed away, which allowed her to space pull the string on her bow and fire a goal. She fired hard. South Hobart players demonstrating with that decision, considering that whistle a little soft. South Hobart with it all to do here though. The best passages of play have come on the counter. King longer. That's going to come to Foot past her. Now Chambers. Not much in front of her to play the ball to. She plays an ambitious ball to Mamich, which she manages to find. Mamich, can she get away from King? King does enough with the support of White, who then gets it to Sims. That Doy. Now Batchelor. White, she can turn, she'll find Stalker in space. There it is, Stalker with a chance to hit a goal, comes across her, but Sims tracking back the goal scorer. Turn defender now. Comes across and snuffs out the danger. Does right to get across into the box. Mammoth nearly onto the end of that one. Very dangerous ball, and now Devonport on the counter. And the ball through to Doy is perfectly weighted from Foot. Now she has to find the pass to Knight, but her touch was heavy. Unusual for Doy. Sims fires to Knight inaccurately, and South Hobart will pick possession back up. The team's happy to play the ball out from the back. In the men's game, you might see the antithesis of that from South East United, who one might imagine, like they did against Launceston City in the semi-final, will come with a low block with the intention of defending solidly and then springing on the counter. So they did to great effect. That's it. Doy. Coach Ward for South Hobart on the sideline, encouraging plays to press high, keep Devonport back. Foot high, asks a lot of Knight, heads down towards the bullseye in the middle of the ground, where Park and Chambers wrestle for it, and Chambers comes up trumps. Chambers driving forward on the left, flies in towards goal. and is unceremoniously dumped over by Park after delivering the cross, and we have the first slice of cheese yellow card in this one. It will be for Tully Park, the Devonport Strikers. 10 minutes left in this first half. In the dangerous position. In South Hobart, draw level. Opportunity for South Hobart. The crowd draws its collective breath. Whistle from Clark. The strike. It's more of a chipped ball in. Punched away by Mitchell, equal to it. Bidwell's clear. It's not confident. A spin away from Chambers. And Mekanagisa thumps her attempted strike against the defender. Eventually, Devonport Strikers clear. And Mitchell, the ball chipped into the box. She was equal to it. And out, got a fist to it, clearing the immediate danger. Chambers, who's troubled the Devonport Strikers out on that left wing. Davis calling for the ball in space. The throw instead comes to Mamich and deemed a foul throw. Again for Chambers into the box. Doesn't quite come to Storm. Comes to White at the top of the box who dunks her strike. And once more, some outstanding defending from our centre-backs in this game. On that occasion, King throwing her right boot at that strike from White, which was hit well from the top of the box. Whether destined for goal, we'll never know. As Roberts fires one in, it looks like it's chipped in. It's from long range. An outstanding strike from Roberts. And for a moment, just a moment, time stopped as the ball swerved and eventually found its way over the head of Mitchell, and then time reborn with a scream of joy from South Hobart and Roberts and their fans, which sees them draw level late here in the second half. One all then at Valley Road. This one certainly not over. South Hobart announcing they're not here to make up the numbers. They are here to win, and Roberts steps in. Joy plays it into Sims, a chance for Devonport Strikers to respond immediately. She comes in at goal on the angle. She plays it back across, but cleared away by Watkins, and then by Westwood, and then White. Joy wins it from her, fires into the box, dangerous cross. No one home. Frenetic energy in this game doesn't stop. Chambers pass leaves a little to be desired, as now Devonport come back the other way. And Foot just not quite the energy to get to that one. Nice. Do we have more goals in this half? Left-footed strike. Comfortably collected. After going behind, one could have wondered if South Hobart might capitulate, but quite the opposite, really. They're taking control of the game, and now Devonport back alive after having gone behind. A delightful pass from White. An excellent run from Knight, but a heavy touch brings her wide. Plays it back to Sims. She skips past Batchelor. She's dragged by Batchelor. A clear free kick. And a little bit of a tussle between the two as Sims steps over her. Not all well mannered this game. And a yellow card for Batchelor. The second slice of cheese in this game. into the box, punched away by Farrow. Dare say that was a deliberate attempt on goal from King. The level we are as we approach half-time at Valley Road. These two teams have put on the spectacle that a final deserves. This one will need to be decided one way or another. Go the extra 100, 120 minutes if need be. This one to the back post. Bidwell. Once again, the South Hobart survive a scare on their own goals. No goal line, but goal kick here awarded. So King took it over to the corner, expecting corner, and a little bit of gamesmanship, just leaves it sitting in the corner. Clark just holding up play while the ball girl gets this one off the pitch from the corner. Once again short. And they do look for this ball into feet here to wide if they can. It's occasionally they come wide. Watkins. Steps through, gets past tonight, touch balloons towards foot. Back to Watkins, full back to South Hobart, switched wings. White away, scuff from Stalker, call from Morton to relax on the ball. She tried to play it first time. Kanagisa with time to pick this one up, play forward or roll it back, chooses to go back. Players reposition themselves. The South will try and play out. Stalker and Roberts options here. Stalker. Touch not quite what she would have liked and loses out to Simmons. Emmett. King has Bidwell on the switch. Manage. Showing so much energy as she plays forward here. Emmett then. To get it in behind, a delightfully weighted ball for Sims, who will keep that one in play. Watkins now has her on this side, and Watkins does well the second time in a couple of minutes. She's run out there. Watkins. Sims throws the leg in a second time. Watkins. Emmett. Doy. Watkins. South Hobart well and truly in this game. A great ball from Davis over the top, asking a bit of White. Bidwell scampers across. Quite out of play, White. Tries to, but cannot with that one in. Final minutes here. This first half, we might play a few added minutes. We've had an early stoppage for Abby White. Needs to roll her ankle and hasn't necessarily moved freely here in this first half. She does get a head on it here. Doy throws it forward. No one home. Very narrow here. No one wide for Stalker. Eventually managed peeled wide, but by then it was too late. Both teams like to ask their wingers to tuck in. Right, the flank. Foot. Stalker. Numbers to the crucial midfield spaces to White. Both players handled the ball there, but Devonport's possession. King presses that one up the line. Westwood. Emma steps in. Stalker does well. She's going to have to beat two. And White break dancing on the ground does enough. Doy. Foot. Doy again. Simmons once more overlapping. Doy sprays a pass out, but sprays it wide.
Officials on the extra 4 minutes in the first half.
Just announced over the stadium PA they're going to have extra 4 minutes here in this first half of Valley Road. The South nearly get themselves into trouble. You hear the groans from the fans in the new Gordon Rimmer stand as that one slipped under Lucy Foot's feet. Chambers, not for the first time, sprinting forward, lays that one in the path of White, but Mitchell always favoured to get to that one first. feeling very wide here. Foot tucking in, a longer ball forward. Batchel sees that one comfortably out of play. Wiley has the assist today. Not sure why we've got a stoppage here. Take the throw. Great ball from Bidwell into White. Tries to direct her pass to Knight. Kanagisa sees away. Bidwell has to follow that one forward. Knight. Roberts for company, spins away from her again, not liking the options forward, and her little pass to foot. Errant, and then Roberts. Dory tracking back. Doesn't mind the hard work, Dory. She's in a pocket of space here. She'll pick it up. And she has Park, and then has White. There's a pass there. Park fired it out. So trap that one to Wiley. An awkward one bouncing just in front of her. Couple of minutes left here in this first half of Ballyroe. 1-1 to score. A headed goal from Sims. A strike from long range from Roberts. Do we have a third to this first half as Knight on the right foot on quite an angle strikes that one towards the near post of Farrow and goals, but never looked likely. Short they go once more. South Hobart this time through Kanagisa, then out to Batchelor. Hopeful ball forward. Scrap for it in midfield. Wiley and Chambers in each other's pockets for the duration of this first 45 minutes. And they just stand on the ball at the sideline to see where it goes. Bounce it around and eventually comes to Knight, who has a delicate touch in the path of foot. She attempts to cut inside. Kanagisa there, and Kanagisa bounce off each other. A throw in. Knight. Get it to the feet of Doy, but Doy was running in behind, not in the safe wavelength. Two ladies there. Bidwell then. Bidwell who scored the winner. The last time these two met was 1-1, and Bidwell scored the goal that gave Devonport the 2-1 victory. And a rare four-way forward. White spins away from Doy. Away from White. And then doesn't like the options forward, is going to have to come back. Ball forward into the feet then Stolby tries to flick it on, doesn't quite come off the Stalker. The Devonport bench not liking the intention from Stalker on Emmett, who tries to pass it towards foot. And all of a sudden South Hobart come the other way. Is there a late drama here in the first half? A dribble, a touch wide, Chambers with a delivery. For a goal kick. Chambers couldn't quite wrap a foot around that one, and that might be, ladies and gentlemen, the last action we have here in the first half. All eyes on Jethro Clark in the middle. There's his whistle to his mouth. This will be the last action of the first half of this Women's Statewide Cup here at Valley Road. Which goes long, and there's the whistle. Jethro Clark, referee today. 1-1 remains at half time. Grace Sims put the Devonport Strikers ahead midway through that first half. Crossing the right wing, Mandeville Wiley had it too powerful for Farrow to keep out. And then an equaliser from South Hobart. Extraordinary striking range from Roberts, which dipped over the head of Michaela Mitchell in goal. So 1-1 we finish here in the first half of this Women's Statewide Cup final. Football Tasmania. Great crowd here. It will only build as we get through to the second half, and we certainly will build towards the climax here. Will there be more drama in the second half of Ballyroe? You bet it. See you in 15 minutes for that final 45 minutes.
time for halftime heroes. Thank you to our major sponsors, McDonald's, for their ongoing support of the Statewide Cup competitions and halftime heroes. Also a reminder that the Devonport Strikers are running a raffle. Their main raffle today. Tickets are available outside the canteen. And the raffle will be drawn later on today.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this Women's Statewide Cup final this Monday 9th of June at Valley Road. Devonport Strikers v South Hobart. 1-all score. Grace Sims scoring the 28th minute, giving the Valley Road lead. At 38
Statewide Cup.
The level it is, and if level it remains at the end of 90, we'll play another half an hour. And if level it still is, we'll go to the dreaded penalty shootout. The question then is, do we find a resolution within this 90 with the attacking talent on array here between these two teams? Hard to imagine that it will remain unchanged from this. We are back underway at Valley Road, cleared away by West. So the Devonport Strikers fans did at home. They lead the league undefeated. They beat South Hobart here just a month ago. South Hobart well and truly in this game, and it's been an open affair. Plenty of chances at both ends. And a little bit of a soft whistle there on Davis and White. Free kick for the Devonport Strikers early here in this first half. No personnel changes, it appears, for either side at half-time. Words of wisdom from Ballantyne and Morton still ringing in the ears of their proteges as King launches from range, equal to it though. Barrow. King certainly capable of a spectacular on that occasion. Barrow like danger. Davis. Chambers up the line. Damage. Sneaking in front of King, doing well. Danger. South Hobart Stalker at the back post again. Couldn't get it past Emmett. And then White on the left foot just fires inaccurately a little while wide. White. In terms of the league this season, Kadoy for the Devonport Strikers leads the lead. Goal scoring charts, she has 12. White and South Hobart has 11. As far as these two teams are concerned. Maddie Payne on the bench for the Devonport Strikers today has 7. Davis, South Hobart, also 7 as Wiley. Oops, he slipped in again. Knight then with Kenagisa, an odd square ball across her own goal. Not in any textbook you'll find around how to play out of the back, but it works on that occasion. Knight then stepping in, she can shoot from this range. There's Wiley on the overlap. Knight not choosing to bring the ball back out, instead going to Sims, and her ricochet pass will go out for a corner. No, Westwood keeps it in. No urgency there in the press. Now there is from Joy. Foot looking to back that up as she comes across. Batchelor. Left footed pass into grass is good. Now Scramage the chance to run at it. Did well. Then forward towards Wood. Complains about the treatment from Batchelor. Comes to Uskadoy. League's leading goal scorer. Into Knight. Can she find a pass early and release it? In this case, if she does it with foot. Wiley overlapping. That's where Park looks to go. And bounce it off Knight inside here and chooses to do so. Knight instead spins inside, chooses not to use Wiley. Gets it towards Doy, a great chance for Devonport Strikers. A volley from Doy! And it's an incredible goal! A goal worthy of a cup final! Devonport Strikers worked that beautifully in the ball into the box to Doy, who showed incredible composure to follow with the right foot, well past Farrow in the net, and a spectacular start to the second half for the Devonport Strikers. Uskadoy leads the league in scoring and now gives Devonport Strikers the lead in this Women's Statewide Cup final. And once more the Strikers go ahead in this game. We've had 3 goals so far in this game, and each spectacular in its own right. In the first half, Sims' headed goal was the result of play built up from the back by the Devonport Strikers, a string of passes. South Hobart's goal from Roberts was spectacular from range, and that play for the Devonport Strikers, perfect in construction and devastating in the final denouement of that play. They've been treated to such open, attacking, entertaining football here at Valley Road in this Women's Statewide Cup final. And the promise of another 40 minutes should keep you glued to your TV sets or phones or through whatever medium you wish to watch until the bitter end. And no doubt there are more goals in this one as Wiley drives forward. Another chance for the Devonport Strikers inside tonight. And well stepped in there, Westwood. I think gets it out to foot though. Sims then already on the score sheet. Uskadoy makes a run past her. Stalker. Tracking back. Sims earns Devonport Strikers the ball. Bidwell. Wiley has time to turn. Wiley on the overlap. The ball goes. And Batchelor and Wiley clash into each other. Both off. A little worse for wear there. Wiley slowly gets to her feet. White. Again, formerly of this parish. Has been good so far. Excellent. Chambers as she gets past foot. White. The Devonport White stepping in, putting that one out. And more nurturing his troops. They find a moment to get themselves back into this game once more. To rely on another spectacular effort from range from Roberts would be asking a little too much. And they have to construct something. Whistle, Jethro Clark, our main referee today, from the push from White. Davis, heavy-handed there. Kanagisa is over this one. South Hobart, plenty of plays forward. Do we have a leveller? Kanagisa Long range, asking a lot of Mitchell. And it's headed into the goals. Hard to see who it was, but spectacular once more. And this cup final continues to deliver. And it may well have been Jasmine White on the end of that one. The number 8. Former Devonport player. And the prodigal son returns in this one, or daughter as it were. It devastates the Devonport Strikers by drawing level as this game continues to entertain. Jeffrey Clark has come to the sidelines. A yellow card, it looks. Someone on the bench. Slice of cheese. Perhaps the response to that goal. We'll attribute that goal as it stands to Jasmine White. Once more, this game is on a level. Once more, we are being treated to respect here in the Statewide Cup final. The open affair, the open play, the attacking opportunities continue. His foot strong. He easily sneaks it through tonight. The line over as far as Wiley. Cleared away again. Davis, Park getting a toe away, but it comes from Chambers. Davis, Wiley. Easy gets an assist. Goal there. South Hobart.
Go, Maddie!
Long ball into the box at the first time. That's trouble there with Bidwell with a very high boot. Clark not dipping into his pockets for that challenge, but Chambers running that one off. And we are in a near identical position to where the goal was scored from last time. Can history repeat? Ganagisa once more launches it towards Mitchell on that occasion. Doesn't get the right direction, or perhaps loft. Last time just sat it on the 6-yard box in front of Mitchell and allowed South Hobart compatriots to run at it. On that occasion there was no such opportunity. Long, Doy, Roberts, South in ascendancy, toe forward, Mitchell will get there first. Damage came through, and all of a sudden, had been fairly gentle affair, it's become a little fractious. Little ornery. King, agriculturally up the line, headed down to the bachelor, comes to Knight as Doy running off her, and also Sims, who leaves that behind, comes back to Knight, bachelor tracking back, causing Knight just to slow play down, and decides to shoot. And I dare say, the coach's favourite option, shoot from 40 yards. Capable of the spectacular, yes. No, perhaps better options on at that stage. Up the line there. As far as Bidwell. Foot. Park. Wiley. Foot. Inside. Devonport's goals have been built up beautifully. Football at its apex. South's 2 goals have been a little bit more direct. One from the free kick, one from the long range strike. But penalised here. Wrestling Chambers. So here we stand on the precipice. Both teams. Giving themselves a chance of victory here today. Still half an hour to play here. climactic moments. It will be who can keep their composure the best. As the drama unfolds, these two titans of women's football in Tasmania. As the ball comes through, can South pinch the lead. It's offside, and the flag is up. Every time both teams come forward, it looks dangerous in their final thirds. Doy then. Already has one, gives it towards Knight. Knight forced to go wide. Loves to spin back in. She can shoot on the left. He shows it to Dory. It's a fantastic run. And a spectacular finish. Dory. Kim Martis from great mythology. Everything she touches today has turned to gold. And that beautiful run and finish was no exception. And 3-2. The Devonport Strikers lead. And this game continues to delight.
We'll see Strikers 3, South Hobart 2.
Play back underway. And once more, South Hobart have been asked the question, can you get back into this game? 3 times the Devonport Strikers have now taken the lead. Twice South Hobart have got themselves back into it. Ball in, cleared away by White. 3-2. Handball unsighted. Play allowed to go on. And then out of play. And for those fans, Devonport and South Hobart are neutral, like we've been treated to a match worthy of a final. Some delightful football has been played. Once again, Doy. Westwood equal to the challenge on that occasion. If I were to describe each of the 3 goals to you, it would certainly be football, and it's Nadir at its very, very best. Foot looking to spin away from Batchelor. Out of play. Linesman not sure. Clark makes the decision for a South Hobart throw. Then Davis in a little bit of space. It's a head up, a vision, and a pass errant, not quite finding Mamich. White now driving forward, plenty of space. She finds Knight. Can this be a final finish from Knight? And it's a finish fitting of the finale, a flash dance for Devonport's Whitney Knight. As 4-2 could signal the end to what has been a fantastic game at Valley Road. All the composure in the world from Knight as she was put through there. She picked her corner, she rolled it in past the advancing Farrow, and now there is a very, very tall climb for South Hobart as Devonport stand at the pinnacle and on the precipice of an unprecedented second statewide cup victory in a row for their women. Still, we have half an hour to play. Though 4-2 the score, given the way this game has been played, at the pace that it's been played, how open it's been played, I would not rule out South Hobart here. How often do we see games of football where though things seem settled, takes one moment of brilliance to change the fate, change the destiny of the outcome. Do South have someone who can wave a magic wand and make that play, as we have a real hack from White there. Heavy tackle, a cynical tackle on Davis as Davis skipped past Knight. No intention there of necessarily getting the ball, but just breaking up play. One would argue perhaps that is the task designated to a defensive midfielder, and White on that occasion fulfilling that role. South have looked dangerous from these free kicks and have one already. There's movement on both benches. Clark's whistle. Kanagisa lofted into the box. On that occasion, King best placed. Emmett. Heavy touch. And out of play, South Hobart throw. South Hobart, one of the true heavyweights of football in Tasmania, though the luck and the results have not been on their side in the cup finals played thus far. The trail again here. Mitchell, the American. 4-2 the score inside that first hour of the day to be a goalkeeper. Yet both keepers have at times made some fantastic saves, and there has been some excellent last-ditch defending from the defenders, but such is the prowess of the four players in this game that goals are the inevitable result. Davis. King. Blazes forward, Knight heads down, no one at home. Stalker. Wiley in hard. Knight toes away then from Kanagisa. Knight already on the score sheet. A chance to add a second, very wide. Waiting for support. Only Doy and Sims at the back post then. Knight continues. Wiley overlapping. Park in support. Chooses none of the above. Waiting for a run from Doy perhaps. Still nothing on the offing and has to go to White. White fires it out to Wiley, but Batchelor read that pass coming and put it out of play. Foot throws over the head of Wiley. Comes off the back of one of the two and out of play. Again, the linesman not sure. Unsighted, to be fair to the linesman and Clark. We have our first substitutions for the day. Foot and Wiley withdrawn for the Devonport strikers. Sullivan going on, as well as Mia Smith being withdrawn. South Hobart, Stalker and Roberts. Olahead and Browning coming on for them. So we have the first of our personnel changes.
Both teams, the Devonport, number 11 Annabelle Wiley, number 20 Mia Smith.
Both Valentine and Morton dip into their benches. Will that have an impact on how this game plays out?
Number 19, Catherine.
Lucy Foot withdrawn for the Devonport Strikers, was the club best and fairest for the women last season. Whitney Knight, the league best and fairest winner last season and Golden Boot winner, alongside Josie Mamage for South Hobart. And an early opportunity here. It looks as if Olahead will wander over and take this corner for South Hobart. And the tactic, as is the case in modern football, very much seems to get the ball on the edge of that 6-yard box, to get numbers in or around the keeper and running at the ball. And this one goes towards the penalty spot, lower in trajectory, probably not quite hit the way she would have liked. Get another chance here, intercepted then by Mia Smith. Substitute for the Devonport Strikers, but out of play. Watkins to throw. Down to Chambers, who does well to turn away from Emmett. Then Knight steps in, then White steps in, has 3 to beat, and earns a free kick for South Hobart. And once more, they'll have a chance to loft one in the direction of Michaela Mitchell's goal. The American peppered with some of these longer range free kicks. They get a lot of numbers forward here, South Hobart.
Get someone out!
Once again, stadium draws its collective breath. People continuing to come in through the turnstiles to sit in the new Gordon Rimmer stand. This Women's Statewide Cup final. Clark not quite happy with what he sees. Now he's ready. Kanagisa in. Drifted into the 6-yard box again and has headed down and wide. Unbelievably, with a goal at her beckoning. And will look destined to reduce the deficit. It's put wide, and the Devonport Strikers breathe a sigh of relief. Just South Hobart continue to look dangerous from those set-piece opportunities. With that same ball drifted in towards the 6-yard box, getting players onto the end of it. Not an old strategy in football, the one that's working for them here today. The Devonport Strikers need to tweak the way they're defending those to reduce potential damages. Either way, Knight comes forward. Her pass more hopeful than perhaps deliberate. It's just turned over. Bounces off Emmett. Be a throw to South Hobart. King fires a pass into Doy. Delightful pass, delightful trap. Gets it to Knight, who just slides it forward to Smith. Her first meaningful contribution is to get it to Doy, who undeliberately gets it towards Sims, who may have been offside. The ball continuing to roll. Is it a hat-trick for Doy? No, but it is offside. I thought it may have been on Sims there, as Devonport moved the ball quickly forward. Doy towing it to an offside Sims. Lions are playing on that occasion. South Hobart out of trouble. Rounding under an awful lot of pressure there. Her pass forward. Park in. Grounding. Sullivan, the substitute. And Parkin, clever pass there up the line, but not on the same wavelength as Doy. Sullivan, the substitute. And it right back here for the Devonport Strikers. As Park, who chooses to go up the line towards Doy. Park still in some space. The manager's come to her now. Throw to Doy, who's excellent in these tight little spaces. And this is no exception, actually. On this occasion, she opted to go down. Perhaps. South Hobart goal kick to Davis. Good control. South Hobart get out. They played it out well here. Can they get this next pass right? They do. Is to Mamich. Not directed well, but it's high and very difficult for her to trap. The end result is they turn the football over. Just 20 minutes here to play then. In regulation time at Valley Road. 4-2 the score, and unless South Hobart find a way back into this game, it will be a second consecutive statewide cup final victory for the Devonport Strikers. Last time they had to do it in extra time. Today they may not need that extra 30 minutes. Wyatt, hopefully towards Doy, and it will end up with Doy. Doy spins away from Olahead. She chooses to put it into the path of Sullivan rather than at Sullivan. Sullivan gets to the byline, cuts it across. And 13 and corner, great play. Sullivan. Defensive support from Batchelor there for South Hobart. Now it is. South Hobart's defence will be asked a question from a set piece. As King comes over very slowly to take this corner. Devonport will be in no rush here in these last 15 to 20 minutes. Had a spectacular and incisive first hour of play with 6 goals with really immense quality. The apotheosis of football. King. Low there. Direction of Sims. Now King has to track back South Hobart on the counter-attack. White, who was excellent in the first half, has been a little bit quieter here, but continues to drive. She goes over from the attention from Doy. Well played. Whether or not there was enough in it from Doy is immaterial. It certainly appeared to be a foul. White earns her team another chance. Certainly for the South Hobart fans and neutrals, they would be hoping for a goal here to set up a grandstand finish. Tanagisa again will float this one in. It is a repeater. King equal to it. Browning steps in. Cleared away by White. Not particularly convincing the Devonport defence in clearing that one away. The throw to Browning. She'll get to the byline. Doy toes it away and right on the corner flag. South Hobart will have a throw. And they manufacture from this position. Just the 2 substitutions for both sides. Valentine not necessarily changing the shape of their sides with those substitutions, just personnel changes. As time ticks away, the players will tire, the game will stretch. The game certainly has been open so far. Perhaps it will be even more open. Sullivan towards the head of White, and the head of Devonport's White, and South Hobart's White. Batchelor. Sullivan steps in the direction of Sims. Davis. Chambers. Cut out by Sullivan. As Doy. Going to have to use her. Doy uses that to attempt to spin away, but Browning in support. Doy kicked after the ball went away from Browning. And the Devonport Strikers will have a free kick. It's awfully deep towards the halfway line. I imagine they'll walk this one into the box. No,
Aspen Abbey, get in the penalty spot.
King.
EJ, still inside. Go on to the end. Second six.
Back post here. King up towards the 18-yard box. Cleared away. Emmett. Chooses to shoot from very long range. It's a shot come past to Doy. Farrow off her line. Trouble here for South Hobart. Can Smith get hold of it? She can't. And South escape. And Farrow pulled off her line there momentarily. Scampers back onto it. Now South Hobart come the other way, but through Mamich and Browning. But the pass from Browning doesn't get to White. And it comes to Mitchell, who just takes it deep into her box just to take some more seconds off the clock. And he forces White to come and shut her down. Plane roars overhead at Valley Road. This women's statewide cup final. Devonport Strikers lead 4-2 over South Hobart in the final 15 minutes. Devonport in the box seat. It is the magic of the cup, and stranger things have happened. But it may need a miracle from this point. Knight Tracked back by all ahead, winning possession for South. The goalmouth chances have dried up here in the last 15. White tonight. Pass to Smith. Back to Davis. Now South with a chance to go forward. Davis asked a lot to find White in between the three players Devonport had back. She's going to need more support if they turn the ball over. It's, of course, trouble in the Devonport defence. Emmett tonight. Watkins. Gisa, Westwood. Batchelor back to Westwood. Long up the line, no one there. Bypassing the midfield there, they're going to have to be a little more judicious in their decision making to try and play through Devonport to get back into this game. Sullivan making the overlapping run. Knight seeing that run was read by Batchelor, instead comes to Sims, who finds Sullivan eventually. And Knight will get the chance to pick their pass again. Spins around, has Smith wide, has Emmett wide. Story short. Smith should get it back. Great movement from Whitney Knight. Now she cuts inside, she attempts to shoot or cross. Either way, it's going to end up with Sims just on the byline inside the 18-yard box. Sullivan's back, a touch and delivery will be the requirement here. Gets that delivery in towards the feet of Doy, but cleared away by South Hobart. And all Devonport at the moment, when really it's South Hobart who need to be putting the pressure on them. Emmett to Smith once more tonight, who's pulling the strings here at Valley Road, conducting the orchestra. She gets it to Doy. It's going to come to Sims, who wraps it up for the Devonport Strikers. 5-2. Sims at the double. A brace for her. And it is a cup final success for these Devonport Strikers women and for Tom Ballantyne. Whitney Knight instrumental in conducting the orchestra towards the goal there. And the crescendo at the finish for Sims. It's the sealing and final harmonious note on what has been an outstanding day for this Devonport Strikers women's team. Yes, there is still some 10 minutes to play, but this result is resolved. We have our resolution, our denouement, and it is a Devonport Strikers victory over South Hobart in this cup final, and a second consecutive victory in these cups. And this league, and this day continues to be Devonport's to own. Some more substitutions here for South Hobart. White drives forward, that one will go out of play.
Coming up, number 7, Madison Chambers, number 9, Josephine Levy, replaced by number 5, Phoebe Clifford, and number 11, Amy Hollington.
Clifford and Ransley on for South Hobart. And White continues her energetic performance here at Valley Road today. She's asked questions of Devonport Strikers midfield and defence today. There's a name on the score sheet. Might probably be in their best. So for the substitute, to be able to substitute, Olahead, Doy picks her pocket, selects to go from range, and that one never looked likely. Have scuffed the turf there prior to that one because it took several bounces on the way out of play. Watkins up the line, finds the substitute Ransley, and one with Bidwell. Keep it all strong in the tackle. Joy to Knight. He was just controlled the tempo and pace of the game. Here was Devonport trying to build up Barrow off the line. Clearance will do. All ahead now. No Ransley. Park steps in between. Joy. Delightful pass to Knight, who looks for the spectacular once more. Perhaps it is a bit of junk time here where those things that are prohibited by coaches and managers early in the game are allowed later. That shot takes something especially spectacular to go to nestle into the net from there from Knight. White once more driving forward. So many to beat, taken out there, and somehow there's no whistle from Jethro Clark. They looked a clear foul from Bidwell on White, but there was no whistle. Joy coming the other way. Gets her pass. It's perhaps intended for Knight. They found Smith. His ball forward. Given away, but she gets it back. Knight spins. Now she tries again from range. And it's going well wide, and a spectacular dive from Farrow. Probably wasn't aware where her post was because she was still tracking back. Didn't need to dive. Ball not at goal, but she's not to know that. So 5-2, the result settled. So we have any final statements from the players on the pitch. All ahead there. Plenty of room in front of her. The pass though goes directly to White. So let's get it back and we'll look to recycle possession through Kenegisa. Perhaps the substitute there, Bollington. Trying to play it back first time, just needs pushing that one and keep possession. The bench is emptied. Coaches have had their say. Knight once more. Nearly gets it to Sims. There's a hat-trick on the offing for her. Quiet. Joy. Knight. Sims. Ball comes through to Ransley. In South Hobart conjure a consolation goal here. Ransley's across. Bounces off Sullivan. Sullivan once more up the line.
Keep it wide, Grace, keep it wide. Go inside, go inside.
Thoughts in these late minutes turn to best on ground performances. The strikers Joy and Sims both have a brace. Will certainly be in the conversation. Similarly, Whitley Knight has been excellent today. That's her name on the score sheet too. There's 5 minutes remain in regulation time here at Valley Road. Goals and substitutions would indicate that there will be at least 3 or 4 minutes played in addition. Sims bounces that one off Watkins. I think we'll strike his throw. And Sims is withdrawn. There won't be any further goals for her. A brace today, an excellent performance. 2 goals from a combined 6 yards. A header at the back post and then a volley at the back post. And that's all you can ask of a player, is to get in the right place at the right time. Score those goals, and she did that today. Perhaps could have had a hat-trick with an early one-on-one opportunity against Farrow, which Farrow did well to shut down. Still an excellent performance from Sims today, as the Devonport strikers make a couple of substitutions. Bringing on Harvey and Borcher. Sullivan. Sprays a pass out to Emmett, who's in a lot of space. There's Smith further forward. Knight just inside. splits the difference. Clifford, substitute. Your first touch there. Fortune now. Smith with Clifford. Clifford strong. Out of play.
Substitution. The rock number 2, Tully Park, and number 21, Grace Sims, replaced by number 3, Emily Boucher, number 16, Clayton.
Flag is up offside, perhaps. Free kick deep for South Hobart. Not much movement. They can switch the ball out here, though. As they do. One more pass then to Watkins. Browning the next pass. Ransley's also come over. Oh, ahead. He's going to have to come back out the other way. Navagisa drives the ball forward. Only gets it to Emmett. His volley gets it to Smith. She has Emmett back. Pass denied, intercepted. King dispenses with any delicateness there and just drives it long forward. Farrow turns it over. Not for the first time, South getting themselves in a little bit of trouble today. Nice driving forward. Can she be at the double? It's a spectacular strike, which was on target, but Farrow didn't have to move. Play slowing down a bit here in the final moments. Browning, tackle by the substitute Fortune. Great effort as the two substitutes go at it. Play allowed to go on. Doi just simply rolls it tonight. Who might load up again here. Not for the first time. She has sight of goal. Will she pull the trigger? She eventually does. Doesn't get hold of it fully. And able to get across and onto that one. Farrow. Just a minute. Yeah, final moments. Regulation 90. 5-2 the score remains. And all that remains then between the Devonport Strikers and celebrating by lifting a trophy is the added time played by the official Jethro Clark here. Once more trying to combine with Smith. Certainly the energy out of the game a little bit here. As it rolls towards its end. We were treated to an outstanding first hour where goals were traded. The effort was spectacular. As Aspadoy race today. It's a good round of applause as she exits the pitch. Emily Smith, the strikers, replacing her.
Additional 3 minutes.
3 more minutes we'll have at Valley Road. It's Women's Statewide Cup final. There will be no grandstand finish. All-conquering Devonport team. Moments away. Have been very good at times today. Such wonderful technical players they have. They've dissected South Hobart on a number of occasions. South Hobart responded in kind, but too infrequently. And there's Devonport who have dictated large portions of this game. Knight, a bit of an ambitious pass, gets it to Botcher. To Emmett. Just get past Ollington. A rare four-way here for Emmett. Hasn't forward too many times today. South can come the other way through Davis. White. Harvey in hard there. Emmett tonight. And dribbles that one out of play. Brings zone to South Hobart. Players on the sideline and the support staff and the coach prepare a celebration. The crowd holds its breath for the final whistle, at which they can unleash their victorious roar. Ball through to Harvey. Tries to slip it in then to Smith. Barrow fast off the line, up for the first time today. Davis. King. Looked to put her arm out there to trap that one, but no whistle from Clark. Davis tracking back. Pass from King, bounces off Smith and out of play. Final moments, all eyes on Clark with his whistle to bring this one to an end. Kanagisa all ahead. The line out of play. So Clark, whistle in mouth. Waiting for the moment. As soon as the ball goes back into play here. You can hear the roar as the Devonport players invade the pitch. The Devonport Strikers victors 5-2 here in the Women's Statewide Cup final for football Tasmania on the grandest stage of them all. Here in this final chapter of a tournament that has dazzled, defied and delivered at every turn. And today the script, dramatic at first, but then Devonport showing their excellence at the end, displaying themselves as the standard bearers, the game's very best. And they settled the result in no small way. It was skill, it was history, and the legacy now is written. And their name will be etched onto the trophy. This greatness, female, fearless and formidable, is theirs today. Goal scorers today. Sims put the Devonport Strikers ahead midway through the first half, then late in that first half Roberts equalised. Uska Doy then put the Devonport Strikers ahead very early in the second half. Jasmine White levelled before Doy at the double gave Devonport Strikers the lead for the third time, and there was to be no comeback for South Hobart from there. Knight made it 4-2 with a calm finish, and then Sims also at the double at the back post put the Devonport Strikers 5-2 ahead. The unassailable lead, which took the wind out of the sails of the game for the last 15-20 minutes as it came towards its inevitable conclusion. But Ballantyne and his women should be proud of their efforts today. And Morton and his troops gave a valiant performance in defeat, but it was not to be for them today. It concludes 5-2. The Devonport Strikers, this year's Women's Statewide Cup victors. I've been Camille Douglas. I hope you've enjoyed this coverage. Be back shortly for the presentation of the trophy and the medals. And then a little later on for the Lacus
Yeah, that's what I said. Can you let me know when you're doing it?
The wind's a bit good actually breeze here.
Thank you everyone for your patience while we set up for our presentation. So congratulations to the work teams for putting on a fantastic game for us today. I'd like to invite the Honourable Gentleman. I'm not that loud. The Honourable Jeremy Roblin to help us with our presentation today. And he'll be assisted by the Chief Executive Officer of Football Tasmania, Tony Vignata. Firstly, we'd like to present our medals to today's match officials who, without there simply would be no match. So congratulations and well done to Jethro, Eve, Gypsy and Logan. And now I'll welcome the captain of South Hobart over to say a few words, Jenna. Firstly, congratulations, Devonport. You're definitely the benchmark this year, so we'll go back to the drawing board and fix the end of last history in a couple of weeks. And congratulations to you, Chris. It's a great thing to the Tassie footy to see something like this get built in the Northwest. Thank you. Thank you, Jenna. Now I'll welcome Devonport Strikers captain Georgia Kickoff.
Firstly, I'd just like to congratulate the club. Everyone involved will be very proud of this. So I think that just deserves a round of applause. Thanks again, team. It's a really good day.
awarded to us graduates. And Georgia, we better have you come back to get your trophy.
No, wait till we get up back. Ready? Georgia needs to get it
Introducing our 2025 Women's Statewide Cup champions, Devonport Strikers.
There we go.